Oh, ooh. What do you think? Downtown is burning tonight. Makes you think, why did it take so long? We're on the brink, and how many suns must go down, pinned to the ground? What did you think would happen? And in every bougie country club, every cracker barrel talking hushed tone, so the busboys won't hear Connie telling Carol. Those people scare me. Those people dare me to feel so guilty. That's ancient history. It's time to get over that chip on your shoulder, 'cause we love Oprah, don't we? Don't we? So will it change for the powers who are to blame, when every Floyd who shames them, every framed man who unveils them are undermined by the looting kind, distracting us from the larger crime? And in every bougie country club, every cracker barrel talking hushed tone, so the busboys won't hear Connie telling Carol. Those people scare me. Those people dare me to feel so guilty. That's ancient history. It's time to get over that chip on your shoulder, 'cause we love Oprah, don't we? And in every golden country club, every cracker barrel talking hushed tone, so the busboys won't hear Connie telling Carol. Woo! Those people scare me. Ooh, those people dare me to feel so guilty. That's ancient history. It's time to get over that chip on your shoulder, 'cause we all love Oprah, don't we? Don't we? Don't we? What do you think? Downtown is burning tonight. Makes you think, why did it take so long? Why did it take so long? No. Thank you, Mr. Matt Midlin. He is there. He is real, aren't you? Come on, say something so they know. Can you guys really hear me? Oh, of course they can hear you from there, but not really. I do love it. It's the perfect relationship. He's there, and yet he doesn't intrude on my space. No, I jest. The fabulous Matt Midlin. So there we have it again with those people. What is it, Judith? And what the fuck are you dressed? I'll get to it. But come on. Glam. Yeah. So it's hard to believe, but it is a year yesterday since George Floyd was murdered by the police. And it's extraordinary that a year has passed. I mean, it's just astonishing. And yet, with every single day that passes, with every week that passes here in America, there is yet another story of, a complete false, as in a setup, an accident that happened, which in the case of, which is basically just a murder, black people being pulled over for no apparent reason other than having, an air freshener. And there's one thing after another. It keeps coming back up. How many times members of people's family were, and this is like going back some, basically had the same end, met the same end as George Floyd. Now, I'm so hopeful with Biden wanting to change around what we know is institutionalized racism, and it's just, inherently in this society, based, of course, upon its history. Hello, that word, there it is. We hate history, don't we? Fucking hate history because we refuse to learn from it. But let me tell you something, please. I not tell you. I sound like I'm, no. Let me share something. There you go. That's better, isn't it? That is better. See, all that cognitive therapy was not for naught, you see. All that money spent. Let me share something with you. So on 60 Minutes, the other night, I don't know if you watch 60 Minutes, don't you? In Britain, you can't see it. You could online. It drives me out of my mind. Why? Because the anchors on it, the people interviewing, are the slowest talking Americans you have. They're questioning is they're like, when you came to America. I'm ready to. I'm just spitting bullets. It's like it's good because Brits don't do well with slow talking anything, and it's very, very, very difficult. Oh, my thing went out. My comments are still coming in. It's fine. I don't need to see myself. But anyway, so there was this thing on 60 Minutes, and I encourage all of you to see it and to check this out. And it is the story of Tulsa, Oklahoma, not the Tulsa, Oklahoma that we all think of. Very Midwest and all that kind of stuff, agriculture. No. At the 20s, I'd say, probably, I think it was, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, there was a neighborhood, there was a community of black people, of African-American people living there who were so upwardly mobile, who were such professionals, who had created what they described as being the Black Wall Street. It was so amazingly, it's just what we all want, isn't it? It's what we all want, I think. So all professionals, doctors, dentists, and everything in between, and shop owners, and great education, and surgeons. It's called equality. Look at that then. Who knew? And there's this terrible story, and I really do urge you to check this out, because it's only just, I think it's over the last year, isn't it? This story has come to the front. And this is a continuation of the George Floyds. This is where it all comes from. It is slavery by another name, but it all begins with slavery. You got to face it. We must face it. And so there was an elevator boy, a lift boy, who looked at a white woman the wrong way. She complained, and then he was marched off to the courtroom or to the jail, and there was a white lynch mob ready, as you do. Because, fucking hell, it's shameful. And it's, anyway, they are ready to lynch him. And some veterans, some heroes, some black veterans from the First World War, you understand, go over in uniform. They go over to the jailhouse to protect this young man. And in doing so, they set off what can only be described as a mini genocide. Not that many, as you will hear. Because what occurred after that was bloodletting shooting. I mean, like rounds of, like the kind of repeating machine guns at people, children, mothers, old people. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. People being dragged behind cars by their feet. Okay? You know what that means, with their heads bouncing. I mean, that's how they were killed. The place went nuts, all because of, obviously the white people that didn't like the look of these uppity black folk. Let's be honest. Let's use that word because that's what it is. Uppity. That's how they see it. That's how they saw it, and they still do, by the way. We know this. So, hence George Floyd. And it gets worse. Suddenly, from nowhere, planes come and they drop bombs. They dropped, what were those bombs made of? It was like an oil, oh God, it wasn't turpentine. It was some kind of bombs on top of all the businesses, on the homes, on the people, on the children, on everybody. And when you see photographs of this flourishing, wonderful town afterwards, it looks like Dresden. It looks like Dresden post Second World War, or it looks like, I don't know, London in the Blitz. It looks like that. I mean, it's just fucking flat. Now, this story, it turns out, isn't even known by some people, most of the people living in Tulsa, Oklahoma themselves, because they don't teach it in school. And these are, so I do encourage you to go and see that. Sorry to start so heavy, but this thing just blows my mind. And then it was on again like 2 nights ago, and I thought, or Sunday, everyone must see this. Everybody has to know. And then I read this thing this morning that said British schools, there's a call for British schools to stop teaching children about the Holocaust because it's too upsetting. Thank you, Matt. We are so fucking fucked up, for fuck's sake. That's it. Got that one off my chest. But you know what I'm saying. So here I am. Anyway, last night I'm walking around this same neighborhood with the dogs. I'm being dragged and then dragging the dogs around the neighborhood for their final walk. And I was thinking about, how a year ago, in a few days, I was up there on the street watching the Black Lives Matter demonstrations and the marches. And I was getting, and it was an astonishing thing. It was an astonishing thing. And then I started writing these songs. I did, then I made the album, the EP, and all that stuff that went on. What a hideous fucking shit show fest. I'm so glad it's coming to an end. Let's hopefully say that it looks like it's on our way out. And then I looked up, and in the sky was the most astonishing moon I can remember seeing in a very, very long. You have a picture of that day. I mean, ridiculous. It had a rainbow effect around it. It was this kind of weird pink, rainbowy color. And then I realized that the photo I took of it, a few photos, but then there's this absurd building, down the road from me, and it looks strangely Middle Eastern. And for a minute, with the palm trees in California, honest to goodness, it looked as if we were in, an oasis in Saudi Arabia, and it was so exotic and magical and incredible. And of course, this was a very special moon that I'm going to talk about later. And that's why the precursor to it that evening, and we have the sunset photos. I mean, mind-blowing. Like, the kind of reds that you just can't believe what you're looking at. And it is a reminder in life, I guess, that you see, shit happens. Horror is happening all around us. It happens all the time. And yet, that doesn't negate and it doesn't eliminate the fact at the same time. My favorite lines. Along with, as you know, both things are true. And they are, because at the same time, there is that moon, there is that beauty, there is that sunset. That reminder of the reason why, although none of us like really, in a way, being in LA, because I don't know if you've met the people from here. Anyway, but the reason we're here, apart from obviously the industry, is because of the natural beauty. That is a gift that gives every single day. It's astonishing. So there's this moon. And it just broke my heart. And I was with my, the people I love, Aretha and Franklin. Harry was at home. I told him about it. I brought the photos back because, of course, I wish he'd been there. But he lets me be dragged around by the dogs. Nice touch. But it seemed to me that this was the time to sing this next song to you, because I'm not sure I've ever sung this song. Maybe I have, probably a long time ago, probably because it was on here. But here's a song about the moon and about how we need these things of beauty, the things that make us feel whole and complete, the things that make us feel better when we've just experienced the year that we've all experienced. So here is You and the Moon. You and the moon and the music, you captured my heart. They say that's the way that life happens. It's better to love and lose it. You and the moon and the music, it's where I belong. Life's little joke to make me wake up just to watch you leaving. And all I can hope is that one day you'll come home to me. 'Cause you and the moon and the music, you're all that I need. Tried to live on like the song says, but you're everything that I see. I'm torn apart and I know that it's you, only you that can save me. It just takes a moment to know what your life's meant to be. 'Cause you and the moon and the music, you and the moon and the music, you and the moon and the music are all that I need. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I did remember to take off my reverb, didn't I, when I was talking before? Yeah. I didn't notice anything either. I would have known if it was reverbing. I think we all would. It would have been disgusting. Does it make sense now as to why I'm dressed like this? Can I stand up and show you what this is? Crap! There goes the floorboards. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Thank you. That was me. That was me doing my thing. Now I'm going to pull my chair in, scoot it in like a dog with, you know what. Anyway, here I go. I needed to show you this because this looks like an unbelievably expensive. I said to Matt, how do you know it's not expensive? Because I'm sweating like an absolute horse that's won the fucking Kentucky Derby. Is it? Yeah. Kentucky Derby. Because it's made of basically fully flame attracting, like, I don't know, polystyrene maybe? Or is it just pure petrol? I'm not sure. It's not breathing, I know that. Only breathing through here. That's the way I like to breathe. Anyway, anywho. But it's a moon. It's a moon thing. I know it started because I had to, because of the day it was and because of how important that is. But ultimately, I am celebrating. What I now realize, last night was a precursor. All the spangly, fantastic light, everything. It was a precursor to what's about to happen tonight. Because tonight is the supermoon. Woo! Is the full. So if I thought sunset was ridiculous, Matt, last night, God knows I might have to actually take some drugs. I mean, more than obviously that I'm taking right now. So I would have to say, and let me just share with you what my good friends, they're not my friends, but you know what I mean, they're British, at The Guardian, I don't know any of them, but let me just share with you what it says in The Guardian. This is the first total lunar eclipse. This is going to happen, by the way. You're only going to see the lunar, well, you're not seeing anything in Britain and Europe. Yeah, tough nuts. Anyway, so it's the first eclipse in 2 years, which coincides with a supermoon for quite a cosmic show. I need one of those hairbands, don't I? Just look completely, yeah. The super blood moon will be visible on Wednesday across the Pacific, where I am. Offering the best viewing as well as the western half of North America, bottom of, so we don't care. Better quick look. The total eclipse will last about 15 minutes as Earth passes directly between the moon and the sun. It's actually quite, you can see why medieval man had shit a brick when this happened. I mean, good God. But the entire show will last 5 hours to get it in place, you know, with the small moon creatures pushing it. Yeah. As Earth's shadow gradually covers the moon, then starts to ebb. The reddish-orange color is the result of all the sunrises and sunsets in Earth's atmosphere projected onto the surface of the eclipsed moon. I'm like bloody Brian Cox here right now. Sorry, Britain and Europe. Like I said, you won't see any of that. But I supposedly you'll be able to see it in November when the weather is so shit you can't see your hand when it's in front of your face. So good luck with that. Good luck. Now, you know it's not... let me see what... Yeah, did it happen this morning, Joel? Hang on. No, it's tonight for us, Wednesday. Oh, yeah. No. Last night was the kind of pre-pink. Sorry. Tonight is the actual full-blooded, red, full-blood moon eclipse. Sorry, guys. I'm just quoting The Guardian. Anyway, I am not able to actually be, you know, to hear words like cosmic, supermoon, planets, stars. I'm not able to hear that without going into a deep, as you can see, deeply moonscape kind of. It puts me in touch with my pagan self. It does. And by my pagan self, I mean, it just makes me want to wig out and sing. You know what I'm going to sing because I just have to. It's planetary. It's planetary. So I have to say that I've got to sing it. Here we go. Let your hair down. Get in touch with your pagan cosmic self. And let's just go nuts. Whoa! What happened there? Hang on. That's it. And let me get my sounds right. Here we are. seventh house. Jupiter aligns with Mars. Then peace will guide the planets, and love will steer the stars. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. Harmony and understanding, sympathy and trust abiding, don't you know? Golden visions, dreams of living. It's Aquarius. Seventh house, and Jupiter aligns with Mars. Then peace will guide the planet, and love will steal stars. This is the age of Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. Aquarius. Oh, Aquarius. Oh, Aquarius. Woo! Can I hear? Yeah. I need to hear. Woo! I need to. Thank you. Because it's so hard. You see, love it. Fabulous. Loving it. Watched it. Yay! Getting it all. Watched it online. Fucking A. Watch it tonight. Well, maybe it's just the fact that if you're in the Pacific tonight, we will have the sun is gone, the moon is. We'll have that great medieval moment. I'm just going to take a lot of drugs. More drugs. Anyway, absolutely fabulous, says my sister she would, but then she does have excellent taste. Kevin, woo! Orbinder. But let's have a quick look at my friends here. Joel. MG. MG Cannon, just feeling my vibe. Is it standing out that much? No, it's Kate. Woo! Kate, yeah. I'm in the vibe, you know. I'm in the moment. It's very hard for me. Isn't it hard for any of us to be in the fucking moment? Now, speaking of moment, I'm just this short. Thank you, darlings. I'm this far away from getting on a plane with the great Houndage and Harry and going back down to New Orleans. Woo! Just before it gets so terrifyingly hot, you can't actually go outside without melting into the pavement and being scraped up and thrown away. So I find that I'm going down there, and you will be seeing me the next time you'll have a chance to see me on For Fuck's Sake. I'll be back down there in NOLA. Woohoo! However, before that, you will have a chance to see me on Friday with Pedro Segundo and the fabulous Helen Gillet as we do yet another porch performance. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There'll be another one at the Ace Hotel the following Friday with Pedro, hopefully Helen. And by the way, special guest, Mr. Harry Shearer. Woohoo! You know, I mean, I can't actually afford him in real life. But he doesn't do any voices, so it's all right. But if you can't get your asses down there because you don't live there, fair enough. But you can watch it, and you can watch it after the fact because I'll be posting it up. There you go, okay, I'll be posting that. But you can see it. I'll be grabbing bits of it live, so don't worry, you'll be seeing that streamed. Now, in the meantime, for those of you, look, I got a giant, wah! Going berserk, yeah, rah! Going berserk, fantastic, Eva. So for those of you who've been asking me, because actually, you know, it's a dog's life, and there are a lot of people that have been asking me, tell me about, you know, what is an everyday, you know, what is like a normal day for Aretha and Franklin? You know, what's the kind of day that they face every day? You know, is it, apart from eating, sleep, you know, eating, shitting, sleep. So I thought I would share with you, in the moment, spontaneity is not dead. What we did this morning, and that was we went to a place called Mother's Beach down in Venice, and we went for a little swimming lesson. And can you show that? Well, it's basically, let me tell you, it was a dog with a dog, new friend called Jagger. Yep, Jagger, who is so good at chasing ball in the water and swimming. And so he, the older dog, was teaching my houndlets what to do. Take it away.
Go, go, go.
Snort, snort. I love the snorting. Look at that submarine coming towards you. Good baby.
Good job, buddy.
I mean, really, who gives a shit about anything else? Isn't that fantastic? And he did. Well, I mean, apart from the snorting, that was like a submarine coming at you. I've never seen anything like it. So they're learning and they're getting in there. They're getting in there and learning, and it's a joy. All I know is if I didn't have Aretha and Franklin, I would be a sorry sack of shit. I mean, you know what I mean. I'd be so down. It doesn't matter. I mean, you have saved me. You are my community. But, you know, on a daily basis, how much do we love our bloody animals? Good grief. Now, Dave Blancorn, I just noticed that you're watching. And I'm so happy because, you know, I just mentioned earlier on that I have written the theme tune too, for fuck's sake. I'm not gonna share it with you until I have all the visuals, because it's gonna be very funny, and you'll see why when you see it. But it has been written and recorded, and Dave Blancorn is just one of the greatest guitarists I've ever worked with, truly. And God, I wish we were playing on that, Dave. But right then. But honestly, he is the reason why I called this show For Fuck's Sake, because I once was right royally dropped in it by our darling friend David Tukanowski. I got up to guest on stage with him and the Stanton Moore Trio, and I got up and I thought I was singing, but in fact Dave just left the stage, so I was just left standing there not knowing what to do, because there's a piano and what am I going to do, and what, you know, deep meaningful. So it's a jazz gig, and and the first words out of my mouth were, "For fuck's sake, Dave." And it was just the hallowed ground of like ultra serious people in a jazz club, and I think I did, didn't I, David? Dave, I made your day, and he's reminded me of it ever since. How often I say "for fuck's sake," and he really, I guess in a way, he's the godfather of "for fuck's sake." So thank you, Dave. Thanks, mate. All the way from Australia now in France. So thank you for that. Thank you, my love. So anyway, I'm glad I could share the dogs with you, so to speak. I will see you from New Orleans. I can't wait. But you know how I have to now say that I thank you for sharing this Wednesday with me, this little bit of Wednesday, this crumb of Wednesday, crumblet. I've got to get out of this because I'm about to burst into flames. It's so fucking cheap. But in the meantime, I do want you to take care of yourselves. There's lots of like terrifying other strains going around. You know the regime. But I want to thank you for sharing this Wednesday with me. And that motorbike, you're right, moon obsessed, hostess with the mostest love of a super moon, Judith Owen, saying, huge, huge, oh my God, it's the end of the earth tonight with the eclipse. For fuck's sake, take care of yourselves. Love you guys. Mwah. Aquarius